Hello viewers, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Crime and Road Safety Watch. My name is Onisisa Sivanda. The ZRP Women Network hosted the 5th edition of the SOCIO Women Network Training Conference at the ZRP Golf Club in Harare recently. The 5-day training workshop ran under the theme Aligning Competencies of SOCIO Women Network Members to Evolving and Emerging Crimes. It started off with a march from the SOCIO Center of Excellence to the Old Parliament building in the Central Business District. The Women Network procession, which was being led by the police band, was addressed by the leader of the Senate, Comrade Mabel Chinomona, where she hailed the inclusion of women in all spheres of nation building.
This gathering is not merely a celebration of knowledge and skills, but a testament to the indomitable spirit of women in law enforcement and their unwavering commitment to combating the ever-increasing rate of crime. The theme of this event, aligning competencies of SOCIO Women Network members to evolving and emerging crimes, resonates deeply with the challenges we face in today's complex world. This theme is pertinent given our thrust to attain upper middle income status by 2030. Crime generates external costs for individuals and it imposes a burden on society and national budgets. As we strive to build societies that are inclusive, just, and secure for all, our commitment to aligning competencies of SOCIO Women Network members to evolving and emerging crimes is a crucial step towards empowering women in law enforcement, equipping them with the tools necessary to safeguard our communities.
They proceeded to the ZRP Golf Club, where the training conference was officially opened by the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Comrade Ruth Mavunga Maboi.
It is pleasing to note that as police agencies from across the region, you have taken the initiative to embark on such a novel agenda that will leave women within the law enforcement arena more empowered. The fact that as police officers within the region, we have come up with a Women Network initiative as a way to address gender issues is commendable. I take note that amongst delegates to this conference, there are men who are also part of the proceedings. That is on its own is enough testimony that we also need men to champion gender equality. This training conference will indeed leave all participants better positions to match the ever-evolving criminal software and serve society effectively. It is through training conferences of this nature that law enforcement agencies can build the much needed technical capacity to combat these emerging crimes. May I therefore challenge you as women and men in uniform from various countries in our region to rise to the challenge and guarantee future generations by strengthening the fighting against crime.
The head of the Interpol Regional Bureau and a representative from the SADC Secretariat were in attendance, and they also gave their remarks.
The history of women in policing has been not a sailing plain. The path has been littered with countless difficulties, which women continue to navigate even to this day. For instance, in most member countries, women were not allowed to be in policing echelons, as it was considered to be a male domain. Therefore, disentangling these patriarchal stereotypes, among others, that are deep-seated in our societal prejudices, it has not been easy. It is undeniable that the women remain underrepresented, especially in decision-making positions in many spheres of human endeavors, policing included. However, I wish to also acknowledge that notable progress has been made toward addressing these challenges, confronting women, especially breaking the glass ceiling. A quite number of platforms and institutions, including the Women Network, are now highly visible and vigorously championing gender mainstream and women empowerment. SOCIO Regional Training Conference for Women is a vital platform that exposes women to various training interventions and skills development, particularly in policing leadership. The major goal is to ensure that women make a meaningful contribution in the fight against crime. In addition, the training conference hinges on 4 critical pillars, namely prevention of gender-based violence, sharpening investigation skills of members, magnifying the importance of leadership in policing, and self-mastery. I'm confident that while these pillars are not exhaustive, they are, however, demonstrating SADC's resolve to combat gender-based violence as well as improve the status of women in both policing and society.
This is an exceedingly important conference, which is rightly predicated on the nascent need to continuously empower female police officers in the region with requisite skills and knowledge to combat transnational organized crime. It is noteworthy that the 5th SOCIO Women Network Conference, which is fittingly running under the theme Aligning Competencies of SOCIO Women Network Members to Evolving and Emerging Crimes, emboldens SADC region's concerted efforts to prevent and combat transnational organized crime. Undeniably, organized crime syndicates are techno-savvy, agile, innovative, and are always inventing novel ways of spawning their heinous activities, thereby necessitating continuous training of law enforcement agencies for them to be abreast of evolving and emerging crimes. It is therefore exceedingly imperative to constantly provide platforms that help to facilitate knowledge sharing and skills development among female police officers. Women's participation in law enforcement improves police services, enhances operational effectiveness, and stimulates more trust from the general populace.
With that story, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We are in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. CID Mvuri arrested 4 accused persons for 2 counts of armed robbery cases. Amongst the recoveries made by the police, there were 2 firearms. Let us get the story in detail.
Zimbabwe Republic Police, Mashinani Central Province CID Department, have arrested Marvelous Shumba, age 35, Mukasiri Nyoni, age 39, Foto Nyoni, age 27, all of Mtata Village, Chief Mposi, Berengwa, and Alec Piri, aged 43, of number 50 Chireza Street, So Guru Mvurwi, were arrested for 2 counts of robbery committed in Mvurwi, in which property including cell phones and cash with a total value of USD 2,949 was stolen. After the arrest, police managed to recover 1 Tokarev pistol with 7 rounds and 1 blowgun auto pistol, which were used during the commission of the offenses. As a therapy, we are applauding the community for playing their part in assisting police with vital information, which led to the subsequent arrest of these criminals. On the same note, the therapy is discouraging our communities from keeping large sums of cash in homes, as well as divulging their fortune to the people who will intend to rob them during the night.
In other news, police in Marondera recovered 91 bales of tobacco worth over 41,000 United States dollars, which had been stolen by 8 accused persons from a local farm. Upon interception of the getaway truck in Rusike suburb, as the robbers were heading towards Marondera town, 7 escaped, leaving the driver, Shelton Matengarufu, aged 31, of Stoneridge Park, Harare, who was arrested and is now assisting the police with investigations.
On the 22nd day of May 2023, at around 2300 hours, Shelton Matengarufu, who was driving an Iveco van, white in color, together with unknown 7 male adults, proceeded to Magwengwe farm in Marondera. Upon arrival, they confronted the guard who was manning the main gate, and they tied him using a baling twine. They forced marched him to the manager's house. Upon arrival, they forced to open the door leading to the manager's house, and they started assaulting his wife, who was awake at that time. And the manager woke up, and they also assaulted him and tied the whole family. They were forced into a confined room where they were guarded by one of the accused persons, whilst the other accused persons were loading 91 bells into their van. And the case was reported to the owner of the farm. The owner of the farm quickly alerted the police, and the police swiftly reacted to the report, and they managed to intercept the truck which was heading towards Marondera at Rusike location. The driver was arrested. However, 7 unknown male adults escaped. As police appealing to the members of the public who have got information of the 7 unknown male adults to supply information leading to the arrest of the outstanding accused persons.
My security guard and foreman were handcuffed. These thieves demanded the keys from my foreman to open up my tobacco shed. They then proceeded to call that lorry over there, and that reversed up to the main grading shed door, and 7 of the culprits began to load 91 tobacco bales. I would just like to commend the ZRP for their very quick and efficient reaction to attending my case. Their reaction was very, very professional. I was very, very impressed.
In this week's Traffic Safety segment, as a way of promoting good driving conduct, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe launched the 2023 edition of the Driver of the Year competition in Mutare. This year's edition marks the resumption of such competition after a 4-year COVID-19 induced break. The Managing Director of the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe handed over the prizes to the winners of the Manicaland competition.
On average in Zimbabwe, we lose 5 people per day due to road traffic crashes or road traffic accidents. That's how bad the situation is. If that does not frighten us, then nothing will. And these are lives that could be saved by people simply behaving in a normal way. This competition that we are gathered for has a long history across the globe. Starting in the 1960s, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we have previously run this competition, the Driver of the Year competition. But the last edition, we held it in 2018. Thereafter, COVID-19 came through, and then we suspended the competitions. Neither could we have them soon after COVID subsided. But I'm pleased to say we are back, and I'm pleased to officially launch this program here in Mutare. As per tradition, the Driver of the Year competition targets drivers of public service vehicles. We believe as Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe that the Driver of the Year competitions are a good way of enhancing our already existing driver improvement program, commonly known as the Defensive Driving Course, DDC. I must point out that in terms of the National Development Strategy 1, the target is to reduce road fatalities by 25% by 2025 and by 50% by 2030, at which stage Zimbabwe will be an upper middle income state. And on this score, allow me to acknowledge and thank the government of Zimbabwe for the improvements that we're seeing on our roads. Yes, we have had challenges, but yes, there is a lot of work that is happening on the roads. But the irony that is coming out is that when the roads are good, like the Plumtree, Mutare Road, and west recently, the Bide Bridge, Harare Road, the speeds that we are seeing there are frightening. And unfortunately, we continue then to lose lives on those good roads, which takes me back to the point that, and the realization that over 90% of the accidents that happen on our roads can be attributed to the driver. So I want to appeal to drivers that even where the road has been rehabilitated, please can we continue to exercise caution on the roads. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we have noted with concern that the issues that contribute mainly to the road fatalities across our country include but are not limited to the following: negligence on the part of the drivers, abuse of alcohol, and I want to suspect and drugs as well, by both drivers and pedestrians. Speeding, I've talked about speeding, leading to people losing control. There's also the issue of moving violations, cell phones. This is one of the most prevalent challenges we face in our country. Dangerous overtaking on barrier lines, vehicle fitness, that is defective tires, or lack of fitness rather, defective tires, steering wheels, etc., etc. Pedestrian negligence. There's the issue of fatigue, and this relates particularly to bus operations, where we suspect some drivers are extremely overworked to the point that the body just gives in. They can't concentrate. There's the issue of stray animals. And I want to appeal to farmers in Zimbabwe to just make sure that we take care of our animals, domestic animals, at night.
It is the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. CID Zvishavane arrested 2 accused persons for possession of articles for criminal use. The duo were found in possession of 99,000 fake United States dollars. Let us hear more.
The Criminal Investigation Department, CID Zvishavane, after picking information that there were accused persons with large sums of fake United States dollars, which they were intending to dispose in and around Zvishavane, police detectives made a follow-up to that information and managed to arrest the accused person at Jabu Business Center in Mimosa in Zvishavane. Upon interview, the detectives managed to recover 99,000 fake United States dollars, which was staged in one of their laptop bags. The 2 accused persons are currently with the police and assisting with the investigations. The Zimbabwe Republic Police continue to encourage members of the public to be vigilant when transacting with large sums of money. We encourage members of the public to use money detectors and also to check the features and characteristics of money.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms the arrest of 4 accused persons for armed robbery cases in Bulawayo. These 4 are Vusumuzi Mkuni, age 24, Mbekezeli Moyo, age 33, Andile Mutana, aged 25, and Kazimulo Ndimande Nyoni, aged 27. On 25th May 2023, detectives from CID Homicide Bulawayo arrested Vusumuzi Mkuni for a case of robbery which occurred at a certain homestead at Zangewani village, Sigola, Umguza, on 10 May 2023, and a warrant of arrest of armed robbery which occurred at Council for the Blind, Bulawayo. The suspect implicated Nkazimulo Ndimande Nyoni, Uyapho Ndlovu, who is on remand at Kami Prison for other robbery cases, Prosper Moyo, also known as Professor, Prince Dube, and Mukaya. Vusumuzi Mguni led the detectives to Hawk Flight Terminus, where Nkazimulo Ndimande Nyoni was arrested after a shootout. Nkazimulo Ndimande Nyoni was shot on the left thigh and is admitted at a local hospital in Bulawayo. The arrest led to the recovery of a gas-operated pellet gun, 2 axes, a machete, a bolt cutter, 2 pairs of school shoes, a bag, groceries, and several balaclavas. Vusumuzi Mguni further led the detectives to the arrest of other suspects, Mbegezeli Moyo and Andile Mutana, leading to the recovery of groceries, cosmetics, blankets, cargo pots, and various clothing, among other valuables. The suspects are linked to a robbery case which occurred on 11 April 2023 at a certain house in Lovedale, Bulawayo, where 785 United States dollars and 1,300 South African rands cash, beer, 2 cell phones, meat and fish were stolen. In another robbery case which occurred on 12 April 2023 at a certain house in Bundani, Bulawayo, where 44 United States dollars and 350 South African rands and other valuables worth 700 United States dollars were stolen. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is appealing for information which may lead to the arrest of the outstanding suspects identified as Prosper Moyo, also known as Professor, Prince Dube, Mukaya, and JB. Anyone with information to contact the National Complaints Desk on 0242 703 631 or WhatsApp on 0712 800 197 or report at any nearest police station. The Zimbabwe Republic Police reiterates that operations targeting robbery syndicates have been intensified throughout the country. The police assures the public that it will account for all robbery suspects and ensure that the law takes its course. We now move on to people on the police wanted list. ZRP Epworth is looking for Shadrach Moyo, age 37, of house number 14699, area 2, Overspill, Harare, for a case of rape. Lloyd Siwiti, age 16, of Kombo Niacha, Overspill, Epworth, Harare, is wanted by ZRP Epworth in connection with the case of rape. Muchakata Police is looking for Sifas Chimbuya, aged 43, of Runganga Village, Chief Murinyi, Muchakata, Masvingo, for a case of murder. Should you have information that may help in locating any of those wanted persons, feel free to visit any nearest police establishment or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zrp.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe and our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our Crime Watch episodes, you can watch them on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onesisa Sibanda, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.